So today I'm going to be doing a makeup brush declutter. Sorry if you can't hear me very well, I do have the washer and dryer running. But I have decided to go through my brushes. I don't like buying brushes, and I really don't like lugging them all around, especially if I'm not using them. So this is most of my brushes here. I know there are a few that are not here, and I'll just do with those as I need to, as I come across them. So these are like all my face brushes here. These are a couple of my eye brushes I've been using, and then this thing here holds all my other eye brushes, and then I take this with me to work. So let's start out with the face brushes. This is not going to be a ruthless declutter because I really don't have that many brushes to begin with. The Sigma F10, a powder blush brush. I have just used this for blush, but I would probably prefer it for like under the eye powder because that's not what I go to for blush. So I'm going to keep it and just use it for powder. Sigma F80, I've not used this yet, so it's just kind of sitting here, so I am going to keep it because I haven't used it, but it'll eventually get some use. This is the Ulta blush brush. This is like my favorite blush brush of life. Definitely keeping this. I love the way it applies blush. The e.l.f. highlighting brush I'll be keeping. This is good for a very light application of highlight. The Sigma tapered highlighter brush, the F35. I do use this. I go back and forth between love and hate. It will give you a very precise line of highlight across your cheekbone, but I do end up going in with another brush and blending that out. But I like this though, because if you need a brush that's really going to pick it up and put it on there, this will do it for you. This is a Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I just don't like these type of brushes for concealer. I feel like they just kind of smear product around, so I will be getting rid of that. This is the e.l.f. blush brush. I've had this particular one for a very long time. These are good brushes, however I will be getting rid of this one in particular, picking up a new one. The ferrule's loose on it and the bristles and everything is just way out of shape, but these are good brushes. The Morphe M439, I love this big guy for foundation, and sometimes I'll try to blend out my concealer with this. This guy works really good. I would highly recommend this one here. This is a Precision Beauty stippling brush. I got this at Walmart. I am unfamiliar with the brand other than this particular brush, but it's kind of like a small to medium sized stippling brush, and it works fabulous. I love to use this for foundation and definitely concealer. I will be keeping this, and I'll probably pick up another one because of the size and try that out for cream cheek products and see how that goes. The last face brush is another ride or die for me. This is one of the Royal & Langnickel brushes. This is the powder BMD 100 brush. This is a huge brush, but it is amazing. I use this for so many things, and it works phenomenal. So let's jump into eye brushes here. These are some of the ones I've just been using here recently. This is, I don't know the brand. It looks like this. It is kind of janky. When I first got it, and it was new in good condition, it was a great little brush, but it kind of wore out, and the bristles frayed out super quick and everything like that. It lost its shape real quick, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. This, I believe, is a Wet n Wild brush, and it's just like a slanted liner brush. I do use this for cream gel liner. It works great, so I'll keep that. Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Awesome little brush, keeping that. The Morphe M508, I use this for putting shimmery or glittery shadows on my eyelid. It works great for that. Also for inner corner and brow bone colors as well. So this does get a lot of use from me, so I'm definitely keeping that. This is a Wet n Wild crease brush. Again, this has a nice little shape to it, and I love using this as well. The Sigma E40, this is a cult classic. I enjoy it as like everybody else does, so I'm keeping that. This is old e.l.f. brush, a flat shader brush. Getting rid of it because it's so old and scratchy now, and I don't know. I don't even know if I would repurchase this, so I'm just tossing that. This is a Eco Tools double-ended, dual-ended brush. It's got a blend side and a smudge side. I do use the blend side, the smudge side not so much. The blending side's really nice. It fits into my crease real nice. It's kind of a smaller brush, so I'll keep that. This is the e.l.f. pencil brush. I'll keep this. This is a Morphe 433 brush. Again, this is kind of like a little tapered crease brush. I love these little tapered crease brushes. This one's kind of fraying a little bit, but it is newer to me, so I'll keep it around for a little bit longer, see how it holds up. Morphe M321, which is like a bullet crease brush or bullet pencil brush. I don't know what exactly they call it, but it's a bullet brush. This works great. I like using it for putting color on my outer V, outer corner area. This is an e.l.f. Small Precision brush. This was good in its time to put color on small areas, but it's definitely frayed and old, and I never reach for it anymore, so that's gonna go. This is a brush I got from Walmart. The brand is Lab, I believe, a blending brush. Again, this is kind of like a tapered crease brush of sorts. It works great, so I'll keep that. Sigma E30 pencil brush. This is a small pencil brush. It's very tapered, and it works like a dream. Real Techniques medium shadow brush. I don't use this one a whole lot. If something were to happen to it, I probably would not repurchase this, but I'll keep it in my collection of brushes because I do use it and it's still in good condition. The e.l.f. Small Smudge Brush. Again, this is an old brush. It's lost its shape and I'm getting rid of it. Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. This is a very small crease brush. It's really good for putting in crease work in a small area. Love that one. The Sigma E25 blending brush. Again, one of my favorites. Eco Tools large shadow brush. I don't know that I've used this since I bought it, and I don't know if I will, but I'm going to keep it around for a little while, see if I can give it a go. The Eco Tools angled crease brush. Again, I don't know if I've used this, but I'm going to keep it around and give it a go. This is a Lorac brush, dual-ended brush that came in a palette. I actually like both ends of this brush, so I'm keeping that. And we're down to our final handful here. This, I don't know the brand of this. This is a medium-sized shader brush. I'm getting rid of it. I don't ever reach for it. The Real Technique shading brush. I do love this guy. Keeping it. Eco Tools Detail Liner Brush. Love this. Keeping that. This again is a dual-ended brush that came out of a palette. Again, I love both sides of this, so I'm keeping that. This is the Eco Tools Define and Shade dual-ended brush. I don't ever reach for this except for that liner brush side, but I do have another brush that I use for that, so I'll chuck that. Again, a dual-ended brush that came out of a palette, I believe, and I use both ends of this one, so I'll keep that. Eco Tools Accent Shadow. This guy gets a lot of use out of me, keeping that. This is the Ulta Blending Shadow Brush. Again, love this guy. It's a tapered blending brush. It's beautiful. I actually ended up with 2 of these. Love it. Real Techniques Definer Brush. Again, this is a beautiful brush. It works great. I love these really small brushes. Eco Tools Liner Smudge. Again, look into these Eco Tools small little detail brushes. They're amazing. This is a Sephora brush. I don't know. I can't read it now. But this guy's been in my collection forever. I'm having a hard time tossing it. The bristles are kind of frayed, but it's a nice sturdy brush, and it's great for liner. It's stained all the crap. I don't know. I'll keep it around because I really do love it. And my last brush is a Lab brush again. Brow and eyeliner brush. I don't ever use this. It's like a liner brush, but it's kind of like thicker, and I don't ever use it because it gives me too much of a thick line. Alright, so that is the end of my brush declutter, and these are the ones that I'm keeping. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.